So FDA is carrying various actions across the Mumbai and various parts of state. How you are going to explain about it? There are various big outlets, and including street food is being under the observation of FDA team. How you say?
See, we have to understand the approach of the government and the department. The area or the realm of Food Adulteration Act has gone, and the FSI Act has come into existence in 2006 and being implemented since 2011. We are in the era of food safety and standards. Now, these standards need to be implemented by all those who are involved in food businesses, which are licensees one. And those standards and safety needs to be implemented across board. However, we have come across many FBOs who are not abiding by those standards and safety measures which are mandatory, and as a result it affects food safety and standards and ultimately the public health. So as a result, what we have done is take stringent actions who are not following these norms, whether it's a small business outlet or it's a big one. Those are licensees, and they are supposed to implement almost 22 types of food standards and safety measures while conducting the business, and then bring it in market and implement those even marketing and advertising standards as well. So we have started taking action, and there is a result for everybody to see on the ground.
We are seeing the alteration of food in milk, as well as the analog paneer, analog cheese is now missing in market. There is a scarcity of paneer in the market. Simultaneously, the milk is the bigger concern, and as well as the Zomato and all the delivery partners who are giving food at your doorstep, but they are creating harm for our life. How you see it?
See, as per the Act, food in India is categorized almost in 18 categories. And some of those categories are high-risk categories. Just like, as you said, milk and milk products is one of those categories. Meat and meat products, fish and fish products. These are all high-risk categories because those are consumed at high level, and being unsafe or unstandard is likely. So as a result, we have to concentrate more on this so that public health risk is reduced. That's why we are concentrating on this. As far as milk is concerned and milk products are concerned, we had got a lot of complaints about this adulteration or substandard milks or unsafe milk. And there is a full chain from producer to the consumer. So we have adopted in Maharashtra the concept of end-to-end supply chain management that includes right from collection center at the village level to the processor, to the manufacturer, to the ultimately which is sold to the consumer. If you observe all these critical points, what I call is hazard HACCP, hazard analysis critical control points, we need to control those, we need to observe those, and we need to take action so that either substandard or not for quality or unsafe food or milk is not served to the people. And because of these actions, many of the milk collection centers or chilling centers have been closed down. Substandard milk has been spilled over by those who are taking disadvantage of non-execution or partly execution of the standards, and it has had salutary impact wherein the milk which is not substandard is being destroyed, FBOs are being prosecuted, licenses have been suspended or in some cases cancelled. So it will lead to better standard compliance by the FBOs and stringent implementation by the regulator, FDA being the regulator. As far as paneer, so-called analog paneer and analog cheese are concerned, these are actually supposed to be milk products. But we have found in our cases almost 40% of those samples have been found to be unsafe. And any extraneous matters have been found which are not good for the health. So we have taken action against them. So whoever is selling that has to be a milk product. It has to be as per the standard. If it is not there, we'll take action not only against the producer, but also who are using it for making and selling it, whether it's a hotels or restaurant, against those also. So as a result, safe food will be available and it will create a healthier society.
Since you started working for FDA, there is a big rumors, a big spread of mouth in the public is that you need to think about what you consume, and the companies who are selling their products, they are hiding the analog or some alteration in the food. How you find it? And again, the K. Rustam shop is now closed. It was a very popular joint in Mumbai. Do you only target five-star hotels or some restaurants which are all street vendors?
It's across the board. It's not about 5-star or 1-star or popular or unpopular. It's across the board. Violations are there, we take action. At the same time, we have survey teams, we get intelligence from the people, we get complaints online. So all these are analyzed, and based on the priority, we take actions. As far as how to identify, even mislabeling or giving wrong information on the labels, or serving in some other name is also a crime as per FSI. So these FSI rules, safety and standard rules, also speak about the way it has to be labeled, the constituents of the food, they have to be printed on it, and people must become aware, they must be sensitive what they consume, what they purchase. While doing so, look at the labels, look at the constituents of the labels. Just don't look at the price or expiry or best before. Those are mandatory, but along with that, what that food or item contains is written on the packet, and that needs to be read properly, and then understand whether it's a calorific, whether it has a protein, or whether there are some other constituents, because labels may be misleading. So if you want to know, it is written either in the front side or the back side or sideways. Just look at it, read it properly, so that you purchase and consume which is right for you, not what exactly companies wants to sell you or want to advertise. So that as a consumer needs to be done. If you find anything wrong or misleading, just complain to us, we'll take action. That is one. But when you purchase something, please make sure that there is a receipt, so that if you want to take action, I have to have evidence that that item has been produced from that particular shop or a grocery or some supermarket, and that product needs to have label. So if these two things are there, we can take action. That is first thing. Secondly, what we also need to understand is those who are manufacturing, they need to be careful that you are in the market because of the consumers, and you should not deceive the consumers. If you are deceiving the consumers, ultimately it is going to be loss to you as a business person also. Legally and ethically you have to be correct, because you are dealing with the lives of the people. That is second issue. And third issue, I believe, is regarding advertisement, misleading advertisement. In FSI Act, the misleading advertisement is prohibited. And not only those who create ad, but who sponsor ad, whether those are individuals or influencers or actors or artists, they will also be held responsible for not complying with the guidelines and rules as per the FSI. When they are sponsoring or advertising, they have to look into it. Whatever is sponsored is produced as per the FSI safety and standard regulations. That needs to be done. So I request and urge the community who is into the business of advertising also to be cautious about this. Otherwise, this act will also be invoked against you.
Similarly, when you talk about the statistic data, how many actions have been taken from the day you started working in FDA? Can you give this number? And secondly, there are various street foods vendors. There are cow gullies in Mumbai which are serving food to the people who are just commuting from one end to another in the city. How you are going to target them?
There are two issues. One is enforcement action on my part. We have taken more than, I think, 1,200 actions, enforcement action in 1.5 months' time, both in food and drug sector. We are taking action, but I cannot reach every individual. I cannot reach every food business operator, because I have more than 12 lakh FBOs registered in Maharashtra, and almost more than 150,000 licenses under drug sector. So it's impossible for me to reach everybody, every food business operator. But those who consume need to be aware of this. My urge is that whatever you consume, please look at what exactly is made. Avoid street food which is unsafe, which is substandard, which is not as per the standards, rules and regulations. um, there is an organoleptic test, what we call with the base, on the basis of your organs, whether it's a senses, eyes, smell, touch. On this basis, you can make out something whether this food is properly made or not, and on that basis, take a call. But avoid eating which is unsafe and standard, which is going to affect your health adversely. Because it may taste good, it does not necessarily mean that it is safe or standard. So you have to look at the first safety and standard. These are the two criteria by which you need to look at it. Even if you are hungry, I can understand. For example, milk. Everybody consumes. If it is unsafe, it's always better to not to drink unsafe milk than to drink any milk. The same way, you may be hungry, but if it is unsafe, please avoid it. Why? Because if it is a food poisoning, you will have repercussion on your health, it will have repercussions on your out-of-pocket expenditure, and ultimately family as a whole is going to be affected. So we as a consumer need to be aware of this as a human being, and those who you find are not safe, just complain us, we will take necessary action also. So overall, it is just not about what FDA is taking action, it is about consumer awareness, citizens awareness, and I think there is a need of very high level movement among the people of Maharashtra or India for that matter, wherein this awareness is there so that FBOs who are serving in this sector really work on it. If people are vigilant, enforcement agencies and implementing agencies like FDA is vigilant, I think FBO or the businesses will have to fall in line.
Similarly, the drugs which are consumed by the various patients, which are prescribed by the doctors, they are creating hazard for the society. One side we are talking about food which is for your test bud, but here you need to cure with some drugs, but they are also creating harm for the society. How you are going to look into it, and what is statistic data for this?
See, Drug and Cosmetic Act is regulated in this sector, the rules they are under. So whatever licenses we have, we inspect those, we have surveys in the market, we get the complaints, on that basis we look into those complaints and take further action. In last 1.5 months time, quite a lot of activities have taken place. We have seized items of drugs, crores of rupees, I think around 7 to 8 crores of rupees we have seized. We have suspended some licenses, we are looking into the blood centers also. We have, I think, suspended more than 20 licenses, terminated more than 3 licenses of blood center which are not complying as per the norms about its preservation, about its processes, whatever its hygiene standards. We are looking into it. As far as drugs is concerned, people must understand that those who are prescribed don't take without the prescription of the doctor. Please complete the dose which is there, otherwise we are creating a problem of AMR, what we call antimicrobial resistance. It has been on the rise because we go for easier solutions. If we feel better by taking 2 or 3 times antibiotic and you are not completing the dose, it results in resistance and it is creating a further problem for you. So first thing is you have to purchase it from registered pharmacist, number 1. Number 2, you have to complete the dose which is there. Number 3, please don't purchase prescription medicines without the prescription and advice of the doctor. If you follow this, I think it will lead to a better health. This problem arises, one of the major reasons is you are not consuming the right food, your lifestyle is a problem. So lifestyle diseases on the one hand, misuse or overuse of medicines on the other hand, particularly antibiotics on the other hand, it has become an issue. We need to address it, and to do that, active people's participation in good practices is expected, as there are what we call good manufacturing practices, good hygiene practices, good distribution practices for the manufacturers and industries. There are good practices, healthy practices for consumers as well. Please follow this. I think we can be a better society on that basis.
Similarly, the gutka is completely banned in Maharashtra. There are some schools outside schools. There are some shops which are selling energy drink like Sting or some other products which are completely unethical, but still people are not reporting it. And as a FDA chief, you just mentioned that there are some celebrities who are just endorsing them and advertising for them. Are you going to take any action?
As I mentioned, yes, as per the FSI Act, it is prohibited. Misleading advertisement prohibited. We are going to do that. At the same time, regarding schools, there are guidelines about what type of food has to be served in the canteen of the school, within 500 meters of the school. those guidelines will be issued, comprehensive guidelines from my side also. The headmaster or the principal of the school is responsible for that, and my FDA officers on the field will also enforce it. But ultimately, it is up to the parents and the children what to eat, what not to eat. So I urge parents to avoid junk food, avoid food which is not healthy for the kids, children. They need to eat nutritious food for not only for their body but also for their mind. So if you are really abiding by this, automatically demand will go down. Once the demand goes down, of course supply will also go down. So these products or businesses will work on the metrics of demand and supply. So as a citizen, we also need to be aware of what needs to be demanded and what needs to be eaten. Same goes about schools. Regulations will be there. We will enforce very stringently so that it affects positively and creates positive impact in the society. But at the same time, citizens also need to participate very actively in this.
You started this reform among the common people. Now they are started reading the labels. Now they are complaining about this incident. How an individual can complain about it whenever they are eating any food or they are consuming any sort of
So
drug?
we have toll-free telephone number which I have published. You can complain on that, or you can email us. This week, in a day or two, we are also created a web link which is available. It will be made public so that it will be available on your mobile. On the link, just fill in the details and send it. We'll take necessary action.
Just the way you are working on in this FDA and in this government as an administrator, there are many people who are following your ideology. There are many people who are liking you on social media. They are commenting and they are wishing good for you. Do you think that this will go into the reform? Do you think that upcoming days you are projecting any reform for the betterment of the society through the FDA?
I think it's a role of the government and every organization which works in society. Ultimately, we are public servants. So we serve the society. Say Maharashtra, for example, 30 crore people around. We serve them on behalf of the government. What I expect is this sector, food and drug sector, affecting each and every individual, needs much more deeper implementation, much more wider application. It means each and every individual has to be aware of this, whether what is eating, what has to be avoided. Awareness is the key, sensitization is the key, and I believe every family, every individual needs to look into what they are eating, the way they are eating, whether it's as safe and standard. That must be the first criteria by which we should consume, because it is not only affecting your health, it is also affecting your finances also, and that needs to be taken into consideration. I would expect much more awareness among the people, much more active participation in avoiding unsafe and unstandard food, so that we can create better society and better world for everybody to live.
One last question. Many times when we are outing in the hotels or we are having a table discussion, everybody recommends their favorite food joints. Do you have any list of favorite food joints where you recently visited or you like to visit? Or
I have one favorite joint, that is my home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.